Today I'm going to show you a haul from an estate sale I went to recently that had a lot of vintage clothes and some cool collectible items. Let's see what I got. Old vintage nightgown. So it's a two-piece. This is Petite Moi. You can see that there. Very cute. That was a nice skirt I found. And a lot of the clothes I get, I don't always get just what I like. I pick up what I think someone else will like that has, you know, a nice style to it, good material. This looks kind of like the 90s. And it has, you know, nice stitching on it. But again, not, and you know, a known name brand, but a lot of times you just kind of recognize vintage by the style. It's really good to get a variation of sizes. Like this is a little bit more on the plus size. And all the buttons are there. I always check for that too, make sure the buttons are there. And sometimes even old rock shirts in bad condition can still bring in a lot of money. But so things like this, so you want to make sure it's in good condition. So this is a fur and wool sweater cardigan. Very pretty. I don't have any problem with vintage fur because the animal has already passed on and really it's just being preserved with the clothing still. It's beautiful rhinestone brooch type clip here at the bottom. Really pretty. So yeah, and it's really well made line. So these are the things you look for. And I still, you know, for resale, you don't want to spend too much. And I think the prices were about $15. This is a new jacket, very nice. Studded, kind of has that Western look. The design on the back. Let's see, it's called Emery Mode. Well, I'm not familiar with this. This is how you end up learning more and more name brands when you do find good quality clothing at thrift stores or estate sales. I don't always find leather jackets at a good price. This was a good price. I think it's called Hot Leathers. Hot Leathers. I don't know. I'm going to look up that name brand. But high quality, you can tell, and it's heavy. So nice studded, no missing studs. You can find vintage style that is a fake fur. So really nice. Tisseval, France, 100% acrylic. Yeah, and it's still really soft too. So this is a fur coat. They had this $30. Again, I got it half price. So this one is, I believe, an authentic fur coat. And you see here the hook and buttons there. So these just are also hidden buttons. And this one has the suede. But very long, very heavy. Like, this is a workout holding this. I just was so excited to find these type of vintage jackets all in one place. I just pretty much grabbed all the ones I saw when I was there. So I got two with real fur, I believe this is. And this one is also that same brand, actually, I think. I mean, just an amazing find to find this many coats like this. Yeah, and a leather, and a Western. Yeah, I could probably wear this, it's so pretty. I actually really love sweaters, so it's just an amazing find also. Very hard to find these, at least I've never found one this beautiful. Good condition, like it was fairly worn. It's not all that I got at that estate sale. I had a lot of fun there. I did really well. So this was kind of funny. This is, or at least I thought it was funny. Brand new satin pink with lace nightgown for women, medium large. And this is actually, you can see there, Avon. Avon does not have that many products anymore besides makeup, skincare, and perfume, but they used to make so many things. These are Ked's original shoes. They either are brand new, it's been worn like once, I don't know. So this was a really kind of fun find. I have another new vintage item. The box does not look very good, but how cool to find a vintage tablecloth. What was so fun to me is you can still see the remnants of a little bit of pretty wrapping paper. So you know this was a gift. And there it is, still new, in the box, washing instructions. I just think this is such a neat item, and if you want to give someone a vintage gift like this for a housewarming, it is so gorgeous. And I mean, this is something that could really be like heirloom quality, very pretty. I'm gonna guess like it's from the 60s. I really don't know, but it has that look. And when I find these things, I do, you know, sometimes I estimate around when they were made, but I actually enjoy and have fun looking it up later. I'm going to show some other items. Here are a few more items that I thought were fun. And again, I have to check the value on these, but I kind of just went with what I felt was valuable and also stuff that I like myself. I try to find stuff that might be more rare, not just your, you know, regular figurines and collectibles. You'll see this isn't in the best condition, but I still picked it up. Souvenir photo album. Just look different than just a regular magazine. And you'll see on the back it even has an old fan club address. And here is a TV edition photo album. Again, not the best condition, but it has some cool photos in it. And here's a couple newspapers. Here is from 1960. Here's another one, Parade, from 1978. A couple new sealed Elvis VHS. And this is from the early 2000s, where Elvis was featured on the TV guide. Here's a TV guide of Johnny Carson, and this is when he passed away. And always with this kind of stuff, I make sure to block out the address of whatever was left on these kind of magazines. Merlin, I just got these thinking maybe they were good. It's interesting. We have Helena Carter in here. This was the first Narnia film that I ever saw, was this version, and I found a DVD set. The film that I saw, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't know if I saw these other ones. This is the older film set of The Chronicles of Narnia. Plastic trinket box, and I liked that it kind of had that 3D element. Brand new sealed, the clapper, had to get it. Here's a few Monster Jam trucks, so these were just kind of fun. So the reason I first went to this estate sale was actually because I saw a photograph with a bunch of Furbies. Now I went on the last day of the sale, I believe, and so I did miss out on a lot of them, but I was one of the first people the next day that went into the sale, and I went straight looking for this. and I have to make sure it works and all that. It's loose in the package here, but I got a pretty good price. They wanted $35. I paid half of that. Here's a few Christmas themed items. This is the DVD set of the Grinch and Rudolph and all those type of cartoons. The value's around, you know, $15 to $20 on that. It's a Wonderful Life VHS used condition. Then we have the 45th anniversary sealed, and also White Christmas with Bing Crosby there. Went ahead and put it in the Kmart bag that I got from the sale. Some Kmart branded, which we know now Kmart has closed, gift wrapping paper. This is something I might just put in a vintage booth, but I like vintage items. I thought it's funny that the wrapping paper was upside down also in the package. And then I just got this other stuff. I like finding new vintage holiday items. Bags with tags. A lot of ornaments here, so some are out of the box here. We have Avon ornaments, which I just thought these were adorable. And then we have this mouse there, the old telephone. And then we have this Mickey Mouse one. And I do think this glue came off a little bit of the part of the ornament, so I will repair that. And then Santa's old answer machine. Just fun ornaments there. Santa Claus with the Coca-Cola and the little dog. There's the Western Santa Claus. And I really like the little Hershey's candy and cocoa one there. Pretty carousel. And these ones are really pretty. They're ceramic gloss with little gold there. So we have more of the nativity scene. I had to put these in a bag. I just found these. You can see there what the brand name was. See you later. Bye.